Let us take a look at this problem. The revenue of a company is given by the equation R equals to X times 1000 minus 4X, where R is the revenue of the company in dollars. When they sell X units of the product, how many units of the product should they sell to make a revenue of 60,000? Now note that in the original version, there is a typo. The question should be asking how many units of the product should they sell to make a revenue of 60,000, not the profit. Okay, so bear in mind that there is a typo in the original version. Okay, now let's go back to take a look at the original equation. We have the R is equal to X times 1000 minus 4X. And the revenue needs to be 60,000. And now we are trying to find how many units of the product. That means we need to find X. So in another way to look at that, we want to solve this equation. So maybe we could simplify the right-hand side, distribute the X into the parentheses. We have 1000X minus 4X squared. And now let's bring everything onto the left-hand side so that we have an expression equals to 0. So we add 4x squared on both sides, and we minus 1000x on both sides. So turn out we have 4x squared minus 1000x plus 60,000 equals 0. We have a quadratic equation. And the best way to find x is by factoring, if we can. So let's see what happened. On the left-hand side, we have 3 terms, and 4 can go into all. So 4 is the GCF, and let's factor out the 4 first. So we have 4 times x squared minus 250x plus 15,000 equals 0. And can we further factor out the trinomial inside the parentheses? Let's see. We have 4 times. Now we need to find a pair. Times together is equal to 15,000. And add together is equal to negative 250. So we have negative 100 times the negative 150. Negative 100 times negative 150 will give you the positive 15,000. When they add together, will give us negative 250. Don't forget equals 0. And now we have 2 factors. Times together is equal to 0. So that means each of them could be 0. We have x minus 100 equal to 0, or x minus 150 equals 0. So from the left side, we add both sides by the 100. We got x equal to 100. For the right side, we add both sides by 150. We got x equals to 150. So by the time the sales is 100 or 150, and the revenue would be 60,000. How come we have 2 answers? Well, if we take a look at the typical revenue curve, the revenue begins at the origin, right? When the sales is 0, the revenue is always 0. So the typical revenue function would be like this. So by the time revenue is equal to 60K, and turn out, yes, we have 2 numbers. Okay. So in this case, the first one would be 100, and the next one would be 150. Okay. Although in reality, we will not wait until the sales becomes 150. We will definitely not like to see the revenue going down. But theoretically, in this situation, and X could be 100 and X could be 150. But reality, we will take X equals to 100. So let's make the answer clear. In order to make a revenue of 60,000, they need to sell 100 units of the product.